Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, my oh my, it's Jama. He's a dapper chap. It's Allen and Love Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, the Ozman of our dreams, it's Richard Osmond. She's a stand-up girl, it's Catherine Bohart. And Catherine Ryan, their guest team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, a fifth of people kiss their pet on the lips? Which begs the question, where's everyone else kissing their pet? 20% of Brits under 35 believe in the Illuminati. That's silly, we're not real. Sorry, they're not real. just for me and my friends. 1 in 8 young Brits are either bloggers or vloggers, or in other words, living off mum and dad. And only 26% of men say they'd try a male contraceptive pill. Well, if you want to avoid unplanned pregnancies, here's a tip. Do what I do and just stick to the granny fanny. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panelists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Rob's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about this week?
Well, it must be the Brexit delay. Personally, I'm quite in favour of the delay. I'm quite enjoying this Brexit delay because I'm using it as an excuse. Because my wife's been going, oh, we need to get a new car. I'm like, whoa, let's see how Brexit plans out. Let's not rush. And she's like, well, you need to cut the grass. Whoa! Tariffs, yeah? Tax. It's chaos out there. I can't commit to anything, you know. She's had a go at me recently. I was out drinking 3 nights last week. She was like, why are you out so much? And I was like, I like a Guinness. The Irish backstop could fuck me.
Let's be clear, what you drink here is not Guinness. I mean, like, they call it Guinness. Like how Jimmy says he's Irish, but he's not.
I thought the Irish backstop was a new name for a butt plug.
I'm excited about the whole thing. I don't know about a delay, but I heard that Theresa May has finally requested extensions. And girl, you need to look fire during the crash out.
Theresa May does not look her best at the moment. It looks like Darth Vader took off his helmet after a rough day.
That's why she needs the extensions, Jimmy. Plus, they're imported, usually from the EU, so you can't get the good ones for that long.
European hair.
Is that all your own hair?
No, this is extensions too, so I might lose those if Brexit happens.
Where do you get your extensions from?
A woman in Croydon.
I think you'll be all right.
She gets them from somewhere abroad.
Oh, so it's not her hair?
No, it's not her actual hair. No.
You can handpick the very best orphans, and then you get a little picture of them to take home.
I'm slightly worried for you now, Catherine Bohart, because I'm looking over at your luscious locks and thinking Catherine Ryan's kind of eyeing them.
That's great, I can make some profit, that's fine.
I don't want to be ginger again. Catherine is my before photo.
I won't take it.
Catherine and I are very good friends, and actually, it's kind of a problem
We
on the
were.
show today. It's kind of a problem that we're both called Catherine on the show today.
Should we call her... What should we do? Should we
Young
do...
Catherine, old?
Young Catherine, old Catherine, good one.
That's how I treat my friends.
Catherine, can you still move your forehead?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Whereas if Catherine Ryan is surprised, no one will know.
Rich, you look like you're picking them up from a disco. Come on, girls, in the car. It's 9:15. I said 1 Bacardi Breezer.
Literally, I'm watching Top Gear on my iPad thinking, oh, how long are they going to be?
Richard, thank you for chaperoning us tonight.
Oh, it's such a pleasure.
What do you think about Brexit?
What do I think about Brexit? I don't want to really talk about the story, but I will. We'll do more hair extension stuff in a minute, I promise. We are going to have another vote next week, but that's a proper, meaningful vote. That's like the Friday vote on Come Dine With Me. That's how serious.
I think she just has enough goes until she gets the result she wants.
Imagine going around Theresa May's house for dinner. It'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? She's like, what do you want to eat? I've got some quiche. I don't like quiche. Do you want quiche? No, I don't like quiche. Do you want an omelette? Yeah. But on pastry. It's a quiche, Theresa.
That's the thing, though. She's been stopped keep going back with the same question because of this Erskine May thing that John Burko brought up.
We'll have a look at a picture of him. This is what a frog looks like when it's shitting.
Did you see him turn up this week when he turned up in, like, a rugby shirt and then, like, a deck shoes without any socks on? And you're the Speaker of the House of Commons. Go fuck yourself. How dare you turn up to work dressed like some horrendous sort of rugby dad.
Has someone just broken up with a rugby player?
But Burko acts like he's a drunk rugby player. Like, he just stands in the House of Commons going, order! Oh, it's like he's in a kebab shop, pissed. Order! Order!
Are you sure Boris Johnson's not your dad? You're 100% sure?
I don't think anyone under 30 can be absolutely sure that Boris Johnson...
It all just seems to be spiralling, you know, just further and further along the track. Nigel Farage then organised that march. Did you see that? But it's supposed to be a march, but then only 200 people turned up
We've got a still of the march. It doesn't look great.
They do have a lot of chutzpah, though. Like, they've got a lot of great slogans. Leave means leave. Strong and stable. Take back control. You know, they sound like Beyonce songs.
I'm anti-Brexit and I obviously don't want it to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, if a country had to go through a food shortage, like, say, a famine-esque sort of thing, I would not vote for Britain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah. But I would say...
I don't think it would hurt us. A couple of weeks would be all right. A couple of weeks without quavers.
Whoa, there's a quavers issue. I haven't heard that.
What do you think, Richard? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think after that next vote, she's definitely going to go one way or another. That next vote, seriously, is the real deal. It is now our final one. If she loses, then it'll be because of 20 members of the ERG who are arch Brexiteers, and they're the ones stopping Brexit happening. And the only way she'll get them to vote for her is if she agrees to resign straight afterwards. So either way, she's going to go very, very soon, which is a shame, given all the good things she's done. But, you know, seriously, name 47 things she's done wrong. You know, it's hard. 46 you can do, but leave her be.
Is that going to be an answer on Pointless?
I appreciate being asked about Brexit because a lot of people think that I'm only good for dick jokes, but I've had to do a lot of serious political research. And that's how I know that Theresa May has formally written to the EU to ask for the extension. And I know that it's a very short one, even though a lot of us prefer a longer one. Am I right, ladies?
I think it's more about what you do with it, but OK.
Is it just length, or does it need to be a decent width as well?
Length is a real... I just said that for the joke, but girth is everything.
Good.
Oh, and that's a Brexit slogan we could have stood behind.
Do you feel confused by the whole thing, Maya? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have a clue what's going on. That's why I've just sat here silently, nodding and smiling.
It's hard to know what's going on, though, because you try and watch the news, but it feels like they're repeating the same episode of Brexit, because it hasn't moved on. Do you know what I miss? The jihadi bride. She was a breath of fresh air.
It's true, though, isn't it?
A bit of different news. Bring her back, not literally, but more of her on the news.
OK, so, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's Theresa May's Brexit vote. To be fair, this kind of thing happens a lot. My girlfriend and I have a withdrawal agreement, but I keep on not honouring it at the very last minute. Theresa May says the naughtiest thing she ever did was run through a field of wheat. Sounds innocent enough, but the bit she left out was she was chasing an immigrant with a baseball bat whilst coked off her tits. OK, Catherine's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I'm going to guess Trump because he vetoed a bill against his state of emergency so that he could build his wall.
He's very keen on this wall.
I also think it probably to him does seem like an emergency. Like, I assume he just found out that there's another country attached to America. So he's like, oh, my God.
He's very anti-immigration for someone who relies on immigrants. If it wasn't for immigrants, he wouldn't have a wife.
True story.
She went too young, didn't she? He had time to do all this stuff. You want to go old. If he's still eating solid food, too young. You want him. She's an innocent gold digger caught up in a dangerous game.
Welcome to Dating Tips with Catherine.
You want him one line of coke and a vigorous hand job away from you getting a summer house. Otherwise, the gold digging is not worth it.
I mean, all this talk about building a wall, it's like the tensest episode of Grand Designs ever.
The thing about it as well, other than the native peoples of America, you know, the idea that everyone there is an immigrant.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the place, isn't it?
It's the whole point of the place, isn't it? That's what the Declaration of Independence said. That's the whole point of the place, isn't it?
But then I think, look, just let him get on with it because he's never going to finish it in time. Do you know how long it takes to just do the fencing in my garden? The geezer said to me it'll take 4 days. He's been there a week and a half. Do you know what his excuse was? It's too windy. Do you know what stops wind? A fence!
How long has Trump got left? Like, how long has he got?
Or with his diet, about 7 years.
So next elections are 2020, and he's predicted to win that. So it might be... I mean, it's another sort of
So
year.
even now that he's doing all this stuff, people still want him in charge?
This is the whole point of the wall is 2020 when we have this election. There's 2 outcomes for Trump. One is he's president again, genuinely, and the other one is he goes to prison.
Innocent until proven guilty.
And they should rebrand the 2020 election presidency versus prison. Because that's what it is.
The only positive I can think of this massive wall is an opportunity for the longest cock and balls graffiti of all time. Yeah. Imagine it, 2 lovely little nuts and a 3,000-kilometre shaft. Bell on the end, little bit of jizz.
I mean...
Lovely.
Why does it always have to be a dick?
Well,
Why couldn't you have 3-mile-long labia?
Yeah, but then that's just 2 lines, then, isn't it?
When's the last time you saw a vagina? It's just 2 lines.
I'm not ruling out the vagina on the wall, Catherine. One on one side, cock on the other.
Done.
Yeah, fingers on buzzers. 2 more things to get. Rob.
Is it the junk food advert ban before 9 p.m. to stop there being fat kids?
To stop there being fat kids?
Yeah, they don't want fat kids. They're singling out these little fellas.
They're only going to advertise junk food after 9 p.m, aren't they?
Yeah,
So cruel to the kids, because everything good happens after 9 p.m. The swearing, the sex, Hugh Edwards, everything good.
Is it that Tom Watson that's moaning about it the most? Is it Tom Watson, the politician?
Yeah.
He was really big and lost loads of weight, and they're always a bit annoying, those people, aren't they? Actually, I've lost 7 stone, and the way I did it was, oh, fuck off. Do you know how I didn't get to that weight? I didn't eat loads of food, mate. That's why.
I don't think it makes much difference. Like, if you like junk food, if I see an advert, it's not going to change my mind of whether or not I'm going to have a McDonald's
I'm
that evening.
100% with you. I think if Fatty wants McFlurry, Fatty gonna get McFlurry. There's nothing's gonna hold them back.
Yeah.
Type 2 diabetes doesn't stop them. I saw a woman in McDonald's the other day with 1 foot, and she...
You didn't see a woman in McDonald's.
I
You
like a
send your
McDonald's.
PA in there.
I sent my butler to McDonald's.
I love going for a drive-through. It's sort of just like a little bit of Disneyland at an industrial estate, isn't it? I normally eat it alone in the car park, and then someone pulls in next to you, and you just sort of... That's the worst. It's like a side-on date with, like, sadness.
I think that the adverts after 9 is a great idea because then it can be like proper food porn. Like it can be properly like dirty, and also it can be really sweary. Like I'd love an ad campaign that was like, "Get a Twix, you pricks." I would be so I'm so here for it.
Think what they could do with that gherkin after 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Catherine Ryan, fast food. Have you had any?
I am from a family of body dysmorphics, Jimmy, and there are loads of ways to be unhealthy. One of those ways is starving yourself. I'm the fattest woman in my family to ever live. And I am. When I was little, my mother used to not take me to McDonald's. She used to push me up against the wall and tie a string around my waist and say, "Breathe in," and then I'd live my life like this. And I watched Never Been Kissed. It's a great movie. And they were getting ready to go to prom. And Jessica Alba in that film says, "Remember, girls, only water and X-Lax till prom." And my girlfriends and I were influenced by that film. And we went, "Oh, we must have only water and X-Lax till prom." And then my dad found it. And instead of getting us in trouble, he was like, "If you dumb whores want to shit yourselves on the dance floor, that's up to you." And we did. And we did.
Richard, are you in favour of this ban on fast food?
I think if you're not going to do adverts, because I'm interested in developments in fast food, you know, if they're putting bacon in a Big Mac, I want to know about it. And if they'd have to put it on the news, I think. I don't want to bring the tone down, but I do need to be serious. This week, Miniature Heroes that said they're going to bring out 2 new Miniature Heroes for this Christmas. They're getting rid of the eclairs.
Good,
Okay,
bye.
What?
Which is good.
Gone.
Right.
Bye.
What?
Good riddance.
Right.
I want to keep my filling.
Did you see this on the news? No, you didn't. Which is why we need adverts. And they're introducing 2 new little mini chocolates. One is the Crunchy.
I love
Yeah,
crunchies.
true.
It's my
Fair
favourite.
enough.
Happy with
The
that.
other one, Double Decker,
Yes!
which they're calling a Dinky Decker.
Yes!
Now, if we don't have adverts before 9 o'clock, how the fuck are we going to hear about this stuff? Is my opinion.
That's a good point.
I don't want to be,
That's a good point.
you know... I don't know if you're getting the tone right for this show. This is more for question time, that kind of serious take on the news. Right, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's the proposed junk food advertising ban. But how exactly do we define obesity? Well, in simple terms, it's a swelling disease you can only catch from biscuits. If you or any member of your family are affected by issues relating to obesity, then there's a number you can call at the end of the show. Domino's. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get. What else have people been talking about this week? Tom Allen.
Sorry, I felt like I was touching your penis.
That's fine. That's the sound it makes.
Is it?
I'll recover quick, though.
Yeah. I imagine your wife is a lights-out person.
She's more of a I've got a headache person.
Tom, what do you think?
Is there a news that there's a fear that the UK may face a water shortage in 25 years?
Shit, sorry. Sorry, is it?
Oh, how
I
embarrassing.
didn't know. Sorry.
They said one of the ways you can save water is by turning the tap off when you brush your teeth. I mean, yours will rust out.
Little dig for no reason
Oh.
there.
No reason. You've got a lovely face.
Yeah.
Stupid teeth, but lovely.
How is the UK making fun of Rob's beautiful teeth? Like, you guys know teeth in any way. Have any of you ever been to a dentist? Also, you're not running out of water. Hello? It's the UK. It rains more here than in a Seal video. Get a bucket. Leave Rob alone.
This, I can't believe... People are genuinely worried about this, but it's a water shortage in 25 years' time. Rich, are you worried?
Yeah, what, 25 years' time? No, not really.
I'm excited.
And also, every time it rains, I'm getting it first, so I'm fine.
What do you think, Mike? There's a water shortage?
How do you know exactly 25 years? How do they know that?
Also-
It could be 12.
Yeah, but also as well, but we've been told, oh, you've got to drink 12 litres of water a day. Oh, no, don't, we're running out now.
Exactly.
But luckily, the ice caps are melting. It'll just top it up. All right, isn't it?
Right, bit of good news.
I'll tell you what, though, it's going to be hard work at water parks, isn't it, if we run out of water? Oh, it's going to be squeaky, isn't it? Imagine going down Cyclone at Aqualandia in Benidorm bareback. Oh.
What do you think? Catherine Bohart, what do you think of this water shortage?
Yeah, I think we are getting to a stage where it's pretty bad. Like, that girl who's protesting in Sweden, who's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, I'm like, fair enough. If the snow is on fire, I think we're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? I do find it's interesting that it's generally older people who are like, well, climate change isn't real, la, 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 la. And it's like, well, you're literally never going to see it. I don't know what age you are, but I...
I'm 71.
Oh, no, that was for Catherine. I don't know what age she is.
71.
Literally
71.
not a clue.
Eee.
Could be anything, right?
I'm with Catherine and this girl, Greta. She's done incredible things. When I was in school, I would not go because I have cramps. But now teenage girls are like, I'm worried about irregular weather patterns in the southern hemisphere. Imagine what can be done when you remove touching them up. That's what stopped. You know, we couldn't get anything done because I was like, where's the white van? Who's gonna rub their erection against me on the underground? They stopped most of that, and now girls are
Yes, we are now sexual harassment free, so we can focus on the environment.
totally free. Totally free.
We do get told off a lot about the environment. I know we're not doing it all right, but you can't have a straw now because of turtles. And I think... like, you sort of think, I will start caring a bit more about turtles when they stop laying their eggs by the car park on the beach. Right at the back. Why don't they lay the eggs near the sea? Or even better, in the sea, where they fucking live?
I'm 100%
It's like
with
3.5 miles them little turtles have got to do when they're born.
I have to say, I was worried about what would happen when Attenborough retired finally, but now I'm...
Come here. Move them down.
you. All right, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's the news that the UK could face water shortages in 25 years. The Earth is getting much drier and experiencing hot spells. Basically, Mother Nature is going through the menopause. So those were the most talked about things. But in other news, South Sudan has been named the least happy country in the world. South Sudan, who knew? We all knew. Why did they have that survey? As if South Sudan isn't having a bad enough time that they open the paper and gone, oh, look, we won something. Oh. It's been announced electric scooters could be allowed on our roads for the first time. They're set to completely revolutionise the way teenagers steal iPhones from pedestrians. Poundland has launched a new range of collagen anti-aging patches. They've also... They've also launched a range of anti-aging biscuits. If you eat enough of them, you won't live past 53. And Peppa Pig was accused of sexism for calling them firemen and not firefighters. Of course, you shouldn't really say firefighters either. The correct term is male stripper. Despite the row over sexism, Peppa Pig is actually very progressive and is currently transitioning into a string of sausages. Richard, Catherine, what do you like the look of?
I like the look of Richard Osman.
OK. Oh, well, you picked Richard, host of Child Genius. So we asked our studio audience, would you prefer your child to be academic or popular at school?
That's such a tough one because, like, people who were popular are obviously going to say popular, and people who were academic are going to say popular.
What were you like at school? Were you popular? Were you academic? What were you like?
I mean, I was popular with the important people, which is to say I was academic, so the teachers loved me.
Rich, were you popular at school?
I was tolerated, I think. I wasn't particularly academic.
Well, were you not? Because, I mean, you're known for being kind of...
I'm kind of good at remembering stuff.
That's all there is to it.
But also, like on TV, I always have an earpiece in. That's the real secret to intelligence. So you've got an earpiece in, right, Jimmy, just in case things are overrunning, someone has to talk to you. So if I was to say to you, for example, what is the capital of South Sudan? Now, you don't have a fucking clue. But there's a whole group of people upstairs now who'll be Googling that.
I'm annoyed they haven't got the answer already, frankly. It's Juba, isn't it?
Juba is That's the secret of being clever. That's all you need.
OK, let's have a look at some of us as children. So, Maya, you were a predictably adorable child. Let's take a look at you as a child.
Oh, God.
Well, you might think you were adorable. Not as adorable as this little guy. Couple of little digs earlier about obese children, Rob.
No, did you...
I was once. I look like a frog from Fukushima. I've not seen that photo. God, I can imagine why I burnt it, I think, when I got it.
Tom Allen, as a child, you were exactly the same. Take a look.
There he is.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a picture of Benedict Cumberbatch.
I still had to come out, guys.
Let me take this sticky bow off. I've got news,
Hold
everyone.
my carnation, I've got news.
Carnation. Where'd you get the flower from?
A florist.
OK, Tom, Rob, you went to the same school, didn't you?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
We actually got in touch with the school, and one of your teachers remembers you both well. Tom was clearly destined from an early age to be a celebrity. When he was just in Year 7, he compared the talent cabaret brilliantly. So clever, so talented and witty. Yeah. Rob was very different. Not particularly academic or able.
He's not wrong, though. It was weird at our school because you was only popular if you was good at fighting or football, or you was fit.
I was none of those things.
Yeah. Tom was loved by all the teachers. I just kept my head down and wanted to get out there as quick as possible. It was not for me. Tom went on holiday with one of his teachers.
Whoa. I don't want that guy to have to go to jail because of you.
And do you know what? I'm quite happy I wasn't able.
Just go quiet trip to Germany, Rob. Stop over-egging it.
Well, look, should we test who got the most out of school? Let's have our very own spelling bee.
Yeah.
Come on up. It's been fun. OK.
I've never watched a spelling bee in my life.
Spelling bee, right, you stand there.
Not American.
B-E-E.
Face each other.
Right. Sorry.
Face each other, OK. Now, we've upped the ante a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you answer incorrectly, I will give you an electric shock.
Oh, done.
No, you'll be fine, don't worry about it. OK. OK.
I do really need a wee.
It's another...
Imagine if I just pissed myself here. And then we'd all be like, no, we won't tell anyone.
Oh, fuck off!
Thank you.
Fucking hell!
Does it really hurt?
It's like a badger going up my arse.
Does it really hurt?
No, it's fine.
It ain't nice. I'm quite nice.
I didn't like that at all.
I thought you'd be into it. OK.
Oh,
Can we have some tension lighting,
piss
please?
myself.
OK, Tom, you're up first. Can you spell the word facetious?
F-A-C-E-I-T. Stop, Jimmy, no!
That is incorrect. The correct spelling of facetious is F-A-C-E-T-I-O-U-S.
There's no way there's a T in there, is there?
Say?
You want to try again?
No.
OK. Next one. Rob?
Yeah.
Maneuver.
Don't fucking give it that like you know what's going on.
I like the fact, even Rich Osman went, oh.
Yeah. Good luck, Rob.
Maneuver.
M-A-N...
Take it, Rob.
O-U-R-V-E.
That was like Back to the Future when Biff got angry. Maneuver is M-A-N-O-E-U-V-R-E. You should have just read it off the autocue.
I was going to say it's
OK, next one. All right, easy one. Spell pterodactyl.
P.
P? Oh, yeah, sorry.
T.
Right.
E-R-O-D-A. T.
OK.
You were doing really well. It was P-T-E-R-O-D-A-C-T-Y-L. You missed out the C.
Oh, well, I was very worried about getting electrocuted in the arms. They're like those things they used to advertise that you put on your tummy and got a six-pack.
Yeah?
I'm going to have an amazing six-pack. Just on my arse.
If you play your cards right later. Rob?
I feel so sad. I've got the posture of a dog at Battersea.
Easy one for you, Rob. Rhythm.
R
Great start.
H Y T H M.
Correct! Yes! So Rob's the winner. You've won the spelling bee.
Ow! 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 Still going on.
Okay, come on back.
I thought Tom would be straight. straight at the end. It was like some sort of horrible gay conversion therapy.
Oh my God.
Was that you being straight? Oh my God! I can't believe it.
I think I'm literally straight.
All right, so we're going to get some answers now. Would you prefer your child to be academic or popular? What do you think, Maya?
I'd prefer them to be academic, because then they have more job options.
What would you want them to do? What would be the ideal job if you had a kid?
Someone that flies into space, astronaut.
Would you, and I'm going to ask after you've just said someone that flies into space, whatever that's called, astronaut, yeah. Academic, popular, what were you like at school?
I wasn't very academic. I was like the performance child that like was really into drama and dance and all those kind of things, but everything that I actually had to think really hard about, rubbish.
Fair enough, it's worked out brilliantly.
Okay, yeah.
If any of your teachers are watching, fuck you.
Yeah.
OK, all right, so let's get some answers on this. So would you prefer your child to be academic or popular at school? What would you think?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really care. I'm quite a hands-off dad. Ultimately, though, the really popular ones at school are quite annoying, weren't they? So I'd go academic.
You're going to go academic. OK, what would you go with? Catherine?
I don't want clever kids. Jimmy, clever kids cost you more. They want to play instruments and go to college. You can have the thick ones earn in at 15.
Richard Osman, you're a dad. Academic kids, popular kids, what would be your preference?
I would say academic. The kids who are super popular at my school, it's just like a scrapyard, Facebook now. You just think, oh, man.
So what are you going to go for, Catherine Ryan?
Well, as the most popular girl on this team, I'm going to go against these nerds. I'm going to go with popular.
OK. Well, I can tell you, 77% of our studio audience would prefer their child to be academic.
No!
Well done, Rob. Well done, guys. Here's your first one. Best thing about having the house to yourself.
Oh.
Tom.
I like to try on my housemate's clothes, which is awkward because I live with my mum and dad.
Do you really still live with your mum and dad?
Jimmy, yes, I do. He does! The housing market is very volatile at the moment. There was a time when it was very difficult to buy. Now it's too risky. We don't know what's going to happen with Brexit.
What do you think? What do you like to do if you've got the house to yourself? Maya, what do you think?
Walking around the house naked.
Oh, they love that,
Like
don't
just being
they?
naked and free.
I never do that because there are mirrors in my house and it's depressing.
Jimmy, you're a vampire. Don't be ridiculous. There's no reflection there.
I do look a little bit like a vampire.
A little bit.
Oh, because you're not pale. You look as if you get sunburnt looking in the fridge. What about you, Rob? Are you left in the house on your own?
So I'm never left at home alone, really, because I've got 2 kids and my wife, and I work away from home quite a lot as well. So I think the things I always think, because I'm never alone in the house, it is nice, isn't it, when you're on your own. I sort of think if my wife did leave me, it would be devastating, but the first 3 days would be bliss.
You'd still have the kids, though. It's the kids that keep the structure. So my daughter lives with me. However, when she's at her dad's every other weekend, I do go a bit feral. And you think you're up to exciting things like having a threesome with the Deliveroo driver and the urban massage guy. No. All I do is sleep 14 hours a day.
Lovely.
And by day, I mean the day. And then stay up all night watching reruns of Teen Mom until she gets back.
You're like a teen mum, where are they now?
By the way, if there are any teen moms watching, I will pay you to buy your placenta and inject it into my face. Richard.
What I like doing, and I get told off for doing it when there's people in the house, so I always do it when there's no one in. I like answering back to the telly. I do that a lot. So, like, you know when it's like Homes Under the Hammer, and then I leave it on, you can hear them going, well, we did tell you it was a bit of a risk. Let's see how it gets on auction. Well, yeah, you did tell us, didn't you, smarmy bastard?
Very early in the day as well. Those programmes are on at like 11, 12 o'clock. It's as soon as you wake up.
Well, it's interesting, that Homes Under the Hammer thing, because, you know, if you're watching a box set, if you're watching Peaky Blinders or Narcos or something, you can only really watch that with someone. It feels very lonely to be watching something like that by yourself. But at the same time, you cannot watch Homes Under the Hammer or Bargain Hunt with somebody because that points to a bleakness of a relationship. I think so. If I'm alone, I will watch 10 a.m. by the way, Homes Under the Hammer. I'm watching Homes Under the Hammer. I love it. The second, if anyone else is in the room, I'd be like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I couldn't possibly do it.
OK, so what do you think?
For me, it's to have a quick wank, because lesbian... No, but can I just explain? Lesbian sex takes forever.
Really?
Yes, someone just has to call it. There is no logical end.
It always has to go to judges' scores at the end, doesn't it?
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like cricket in that way, because it like goes on forever, and there's so many men at home watching it on the internet. But I just sometimes, you know.
What was your term for it again, Catherine Ryan?
Oh, scratching the record.
Oh my gosh. That's so much better than finger blasting.
No, it's not.
Scratching the record's gentle.
I literally don't know what any of you are talking about.
OK, so let's get some answers on this. Best thing about having the house to yourself. What do you think? What do people... I think, Rich, you were pretty close earlier.
Watching TV?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The best thing about having the house to yourself is you can watch what you want on TV. Yes, the best thing about having the house to yourself is you can watch what you want on TV. My nana's always home alone, or at least she was the last time I checked, but she was sleeping at the bottom of the stairs, so I thought, better not wake her up. OK, top thing your parents don't understand.
Oh, why I'm still living at home. That's the top answer, right? That's the top answer, right?
Catherine, top thing parents don't understand. What do your parents not get?
Bisexuals. My dad doesn't understand bisexuals. He thinks lesbians are easier to understand, because he's like, they're the queer culture, you know, like they wear a lot of super dry, ironically. And I get it. I find straight people easier to understand because they have a culture, don't they? They have those pregnancy scares and car boot sales. It's tricky.
Rich Osmond, what do your parents not understand?
Well, my mum, she doesn't understand why Eggheads isn't on every day. Doesn't understand why they can't.
Sorry, your mum's a massive fan of Eggheads?
Oh, my God, she loves
That's
Eggheads.
a kick in the teeth, isn't it?
Listen, it's fine. Sometimes I do a show called House of Games, which replaces Eggheads sometimes. She's furious. It's like, put it on a different time, but don't take Eggheads off.
OK, top thing parents don't understand.
Is it the internet? My mum and dad cannot get it. They treat the Wi-Fi code like it is some sort of scripture from the past. It's like sellotaped onto the back of a remote control. It's on the modem box. But it's sellotaped, it's laminated, stuck on the fridge. That's the code. Do not lose the code. Yeah. It's safe on your phone.
Well, it's to do with communication. What do you think, Maya?
Slang.
A kind of slang, very specific kind of slang.
Tech speak.
Like,
Tech
lol.
speak is exactly the right answer.
Yes, we're back in the game.
Yes, the top thing parents don't understand is tech speak. We just need to make tech speak that parents would actually use. YAD, you're a disappointment. TNM, that's not music. Or TCOHSOJ, they come over here stealing our jobs. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are the Catherines and Richard have 2 points, but the winners are Rob, Tom and Maya with 4 points. Thanks to all our panelists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, no pain, no gain, it's Russell Kane. Dancing Queen, it's Oti Mabuse. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, from this morning to this evening, it's Rylan Clarke-Neal. Funny lady, it's Maisie Adams. And Sarah Pascoe, their guest team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 95% of women say they'd opt for true love over great sex? Sorry, ladies, but on behalf of 100% of men, I'm here to inform you, you're going to have to settle for neither. 78% of singles say they've been ghosted. My nan got ghosted. That's living on your own and a cold winter for you. More than 20% of all British people hate the sound of their own voice, or to put it another way, are from Birmingham. If you're watching this in Birmingham, you can write and complain, but don't call us. Oh. 3/4 of millennials can't defrost a freezer. They get offended by the snowflake symbol and give up. And 12% of Brits have had sex in the sea. Me and my girlfriend regularly have sex in the sea. The A is just for birthdays. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panelists' job to guess the British public's top 3 favourite things to do on your mobile phone. Rob's team, what do you think Britain likes to do on its mobile phone?
Ring people?
Not in our list. I mean, literally no one's using the phone for that anymore. When someone rings you now, it's like, what? What's going on?
I like a phone call.
I don't.
That's because I'm not very good at spelling, to be honest.
I hate autocorrect.
Yeah.
When you say you want to put your massive clock in someone's hairy aunt.
Don't knock it till you tried it, Jimmy.
Rylan. We're going to have a short break while I try it.
Is it messaging people then? WhatsApping?
WhatsApp's a big...
Messenger? The worst thing on a WhatsApp is when you're in a stag do group and then it comes up, the no-name numbers. Oh no, I'm on a stag do with no-name numbers. You always think, who is this loon? It's unsettling, isn't it? And when they see no-name numbers, starts typing, you think, oh God, this is going to be racist or something.
Yeah, they always...
And all you know about them, no name, but just a picture of them holding a massive carp.
Oh. Yeah.
These girls all just pointed to this lad when you said that.
What, because of the carp or the racism?
Yeah, happy balance.
The carp. I would prefer all of those terrible things over a Hindu WhatsApp, which is just arranging backs to pay for things. It's like, I've ordered this, it's £15, if you'll put in £1.90, we got some spare to buy her a drink when she gets there. And I said, I'll just pay for it, because I'm not going to back someone £1.90. They went, all right, Johnny Big Bollocks. I was showing off with my TV money. £15.
WhatsApp is the difference between boys and girls' interaction in real life. Like, girls would be like, oh, my God, I feel really bad about Terry, you know, I've been feeling really insecure. Are you OK, babe? And they'll all jump in on the chat. What's made you feel different? Then on Terry's WhatsApp group, do you want to see an old lady wank off a goat?
I'm in a WhatsApp group that was called The Three Musketeers. It was with my 2 best friends.
Yeah.
And then it was called 2 Musketeers and 1 Dick, after a night out that I don't remember.
I think administrators have too much power in a WhatsApp group. Because it is a brutal place. Hey, guys, my birthday! And it's like, Rob left. Oh.
But the only thing worse than being added into a WhatsApp group is finding out there is one you're not in.
The side group.
Which means they're slagging you off.
The side group. It's terrifying.
They know.
Are you in the female comedians WhatsApp? That is a loaded question. OK. So there's a female comedians WhatsApp.
No, I know. I'm in it, but I'm deep undercover.
Hang on, who's in this group then?
Like, everyone...
Just all the really funny female comedians. All the really funny female comedians that Sarah's friends with are in the group,
No, but
and then there's you.
Look, you're going to get added and you're not going to like it.
I don't want a pity ad.
I'll add you and I'll be like, guess who was really great on TV tonight?
And I'll say, new number, who's this?
Do you like that carp?
Oti, on Strictly, is there a WhatsApp group?
Yes, we have one just for dancers every year because they replace us.
And do you have one for the people that you're having affairs with? Is it just...
No, we have one just for pros, then we have one for pros and celebs, and then when we go on tour, we have another one.
And what goes on tour stays on tour.
Yeah.
Except sometimes when you get home, you have to take antibiotics.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are all the dancers in the dancer one? Or
Yes.
Is
No,
there
all of
one
us.
person that's not in it? I'm the Anton de Beck of comics.
Oti, can I ask about the judges on Strictly? Are they in the group, or...?
No. They probably have their own group because we have to keep it really professional. So the dancers stick with the dancers and the judges with the judges.
Oh, if only the dancers stuck with the
Don't
dancers.
even go there.
And not with the contestants.
Sometimes a
Home wrecker.
I'm officially not allowed to do Strictly.
Why?
Well, for obvious reasons. If you're grinding on someone for 12 weeks and they're hot, I mean, if Shirley Ballas so much as looked at me, I'd go off like a joke cigar by the end of the series. It would, if I was dancing with you, it would be like a punched icing back.
It would not.
It really would.
Punched icing back.
Please.
Oh, dear. But no one dances because they want to dance. You just dance someone to get off of them, don't you?
Exactly, thank you.
I've never
Honestly.
gone out, oh, let's have a good old dance. It's like, hopefully, if she's dancing with me, she might be up for it.
So, why don't we have a quick texting challenge? So all get your phones out. Your challenge is to get someone to text you back a picture of a banana smile. I'll demonstrate a banana smile.
I'm living in Morrison.
If they love you, they get a banana.
Oh,
It's got to be a banana. You can't use a dick.
I'm out.
He's heard just the banana. I don't know what that means as a reply. Can I do a word memo? To just put it in front of your mouth like a smiley mouth.
Don't do it, it's a trap.
Oh, no, we're on the same team!
Please, just play along.
I'm sorry.
So, well, in fairness, Rylan has been fooled
Rylan.
before, and I'm so sorry about that.
How many ends in banana?
I've said it, but all I'm going to get back is why, what's wrong,
What's wrong? He's always doing this.
I got one!
What have you got?
I've got a double whammy, 2 people.
Oh, my God, that is incredibly quick.
I got one. He was too slow. Gutted.
Sarah's got one already.
Hang on.
Yeah, I got one as well, but he was too slow.
We got one.
Oh, we got one here.
You've got one? Let's have a look.
Who's that?
Who's that? Who we got? Is that one of the dancers?
I've got
No,
one.
not one of the dancers.
Oh, that's one of the contestants she's having sex with.
Have you seen Russell's? It's amazing.
Let's have a look.
My mate Dan, what a dickhead, he sent me his arts with a face on it and a banana.
Which
How
camera is
quickly
that?
did he do that? Maisie, you get the point for that because that was so quick.
That's my mate Beth. You can always count on her with a banana. She was the first friend to tell me what an orgasm was. And I used to sit at the back with Beth because she was a lot more street smart than me. And I wrote a little note in the back of my book saying, what's an orgasm? Because I'd heard it. And she wrote back, I've still got the back of the maths book, and it says, it's when your fanny gets excited. Those are the friends you need.
And then when it happened, did you like think of her?
I was like, that's it.
It was right.
Is that your celebration?
Yes, that one.
Have you never made a women? Have you never made a women? Yeah, that's it. We all do. We all do. Is your wife faking?
No, she doesn't. She does 2 hands. She's over-egging it, isn't she? She's bringing a plane in. Come on. Small marker, like.
That's why porn is so unrealistic, because the women are never doing that. And that's the sign that it's real.
OK, well, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's messaging. I like the way pictures you send disappear on Snapchat. So if I send my girlfriend a photo of my erect penis, it only lasts 10 seconds. Just like the real thing. Sarah, what else do people do with their mobile phones?
Social media.
Social media.
Everyone on the Facebook and the Twitter and Instagram.
Are you on the social media?
I'm on all of the social media.
All of the social
all
media?
of the social media. One of my friends the other day, she's not a friend, but someone I know, someone I know was
Is it one of the girls that you kept out of the group?
Stop bringing that up! You're going to be added and you're going to be hated.
OK.
All the female comedians' WhatsApp group is, as you'd expect, just talking about shoes and how many of them we can buy with the money we get from stealing men's places on panel shows.
Memes are pretty common on social media, usually just a bit of fun. Check out this intense description of a meme war.
I can have a meme war with anybody and destroy him. And I've done it. And people actually bail at the end and go, who is this guy? He's got like every meme ever produced on the internet. He can knock us out with his memes. And I do, I have tons of memes. I'll just keep memeing them to death. Until they just surrender. Because they just can't do it anymore. They don't have the memes that I have. A lot of times in a meme war, it's about speed. You gotta get to your memes quick. If you can't get them quick, you're useless. They'll just keep blasting you with memes and you can't fire back. So you have to know where your memes are.
You've got to respect a man that's trying to show off about how tech-savvy he is when he's on a desktop computer in his kitchen. Yeah. It's 1998. I've got a banana update. My mum's text said, we ain't got any in. I've Googled one for you.
Many parents are worried about the effects of social media on their children, but few take it as far as this concerned mother. Take a look at what she does to her kid's phone.
I hereby denounce the effects that social media have on my children, their disobedience and their disrespect. Charlie!
Well, I suppose the obvious thing to ask is, Rob, why is your mum doing that voice? I don't know what her kids did to deserve that, but I'm guessing they did something bad.
Well, I thought the dog was going to get it at some point.
She's a stupid cow. She could have sold that phone for £50 on eBay.
Yeah. My thing with social media is, I do think it's making us slightly more anxious. So it's hard to do this, but try to live your life, just try it for a day by this maxim. If I did it in real life, what would the consequences be? So you wouldn't draw back your curtains and show your baby in the bath to a street full of strangers and go, you man with your hand in the pockets, will you like my baby? Girls, you wouldn't run into Asda and go, everyone stop shopping, look at my smoky eye. No, of course not. That's someone who needs counselling. Tagging yourself into hospital without explanation is one of the cruelest things I've ever seen. Russell is at Southend Hospital. Why? Guess. Do you know what I can't bear as well? The fake boasting. Oh, I'm so happy with my new sofa. And it's nothing to do with the sofa. She's in a bikini. It's like, who likes my new sofa? Oh, my God, my flap's come out. I can't believe it. Oh, no. I've got a cartoon dog face on. If you've got a cartoon dog face and you're fanning out on the internet and you're 35, get help!
Or get paid for it.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
OK, let's see if social media is up there. Yes, it's social media. I'm very plugged in when it comes to social media, so if you want me to like your Facebook page, just fax it over to me and I'll see what I can do. One more thing still to get. Otis, what do you think?
Play games.
Play games?
Yeah.
What kind of games? Like the games where marriages break up because you're having an affair with your husband on a dancing show? Those kind of games, Oti?
Yeah, Candy Crush.
Candy Crush?
Yeah, Candy Crush.
OK, Candy Crush. Do you play Candy Crush?
No.
What do you play on the phone?
Touching the buzzer.
You play any games, Casey?
I peaked when that Pokemon Go thing was going around.
Oh, yeah, that was huge.
No, it annoyed me.
Well, it was like Deliveroo for paedophiles, wasn't it?
I hated it. I was going travelling across America when it got really, really popular. Yeah. And at one point, we were on the Amtrak train in the dead of night going across, like, the Colorado desert. And people were going on the train tracks in order to get a Pikachu or something.
I won't go on the tracks for a Pikachu, but a Charizard I will.
Rylan, are you a games person? Do you play any games?
Not really, no, but I downloaded this game and it's like you're a pilot. And, like, you land the plane and then you take off.
Well, remember when I asked you if you play any games? That's a game, isn't it? You're not really flying a plane, are you?
Unless that is how EasyJet make it so cheap.
I enjoy it, because I always wanted to be a pilot as well, so I thought I'd try that.
What about being cabin crew?
Oh, cheerio. That's well, you actually went there.
Of course. I am offended.
Yeah, OK, so what are the games? Sarah, do you play any games?
It's not a game, but one of my, lots of my friends have had babies and they all do this squeezy thing, so I'm doing it as well.
You should never squeeze.
You know about... No, not the baby.
Oh.
You've stolen my friends!
What do you squeeze?
Pelvic floor, bro.
Oh,
Your pelvic floor.
Are you doing it now?
You'll know.
Like we've now got a meme for the show. Oh, watch 8 out of 10 cats. Everybody's coming.
And obviously men have them as well. All bodies have a pelvic floor.
Are you doing it right now?
No!
I am now, because you brought it up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, hold it.
Some of this lot are.
I'm doing it. I reckon I could carry this chair home.
Go on.
Well, I can tell you playing games is not one of the top things you do with your phones, but people have developed various injuries from continuously playing games on their mobile phones. You can get tech neck, smartphone finger, and red raw porn penis. OK, fingers or buzzers, one more thing still to get. What do you think?
Like using the camera photos and selfies and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing. Have you taken many selfies?
I don't take that many selfies, really. I don't really like my face.
Why not?
No one else loves it, mate.
The joyful thing about your face is you never look like you're in a mood.
Well, that's what annoys me about... You see, like, them, like, really fit models, right, and they're really attractive. They've always got the ump. Do you know what I mean? They're always sitting there with the ump. Yeah. I'm happy sitting here with a body like a bag of mashed potato.
It's a weird thing, like the supermodels, like when you see an advert for, like, I don't know, you know, like Chanel or whatever it is, or Louis Vuitton or something.
I think we have different targeted ads. Mine are more Harvester and Lidl. So when you see happy mum on the back of the school run. Come on,
no,
kids.
there is a happy mum in those, but the models in the kind of high fashion ones are always like... I tell you what I love on the cameras, on the phones. The great thing is the technology. I enjoy the face swap. The face swap technology is not fussy about what faces it swaps. Take a look at this.
我这边给我一个微笑的。
That's the best thing I've ever seen. And that's permanent.
We take photos all the time. Like, my mum's got about 15 photos of me. Right, but now on your mobile phone, I've got about 20 of a pigeon I saw on a slide the other day.
Rylan, do you take a lot of photos?
What have you got of me?
We've got a selection of dick pics.
I thought that the injunction stopped that.
I've never sent a dick pic. I mean, I struggle getting a good angle of my face. Never mind that sad little albino slug I've got down there.
Take it from the top.
Yeah,
is that a best angle?
Well, I don't know if it's the best angle, but like that's what they did. They go,
flaccid or hard?
I've never sent a naked
usually
picture of
soft.
myself to any girl
Usually
ever.
soft.
Yeah.
Maybe my guys just like me more. the dick pic thing is really weird.
It is.
Yeah.
I had this row with a guy, and you might agree with this, because he was saying it's because men are aroused more quickly by something visual, where sometimes women take longer. And his evidence for that was that women don't open their eyes when you go down on them. And obviously, I can't answer for all women.
I can't answer that either.
No. But I just have to say this. If you're going down on a woman and her eyes are closed, that is not because we are not visual. It's because of what it looks like from where we are. What it looks like is the scene in Titanic where Kate Winslet is on a door and Leonardo DiCaprio is bobbing around. He's bobbing around and he's freezing to death.
Yeah.
So yes, we keep our eyes closed because it's too sad.
It is tougher in the winter, though. That job is tougher in the winter.
What?
If you haven't got the heating on, you're out the covers down there. It's an absolute...
Oh, yeah.
Crafty up the arse, isn't it? That's a nightmare. You start trying to pull it back down, she's going freezing.
Oh, no,
OK, let's have a look and see if our cameras are up there. Yes, indeed, it's using the camera. Personally, I've never sent a dick pic. I do things the old-fashioned way. I send ladies a brass rubbing of my junk. A survey's found more than a third of Brits have taken a selfie at a funeral. I had to take a few. Nana had her eyes closed. So those were the top 3 things people use their mobile phone for. But of course, other uses are booking taxis. Uber plan to launch flying taxis by 2023. Exciting times. Imagine being trapped inside a metal box in the sky with a potential sex offender. Dating apps are all well and good, but there is an issue. Some men create false identities online, and that can be very dangerous for vulnerable 18-year-old cheerleaders like me. I don't want to make a big deal about it, but I recently completed Grindr. The big boss at the end was really hard. So at the end of that round, Rob, Oti and Russell have 3 points, Sarah, Ryland and Maisie have 2 points. Time now for a bonus round, so Rob, Sarah, join me in the middle. We're going to play Hey, Who's on the Phone? OK, we're going to play Hey, Who's on the Phone? Can we have some dramatic lighting, please? Oh, yeah. OK, Sarah, if you dial the last number on this phone, you may or may not connect with former heavyweight world champion David Hay. Rob, you've just got to guess if David Hay is on the phone or if she's bluffing.
Oh, OK.
OK, Sarah, dial the last number on this phone.
We know each other quite well.
I'm going to get you to turn round.
OK.
So you can't see each other. OK.
So you're just going to listen to me. How do I...
How do you use a phone?
Yeah. I've got it.
You press
so
the
it's just going to listen to me, is he?
Is it?
It's not going to see my face. You can see my face.
looking away.
I can't see anything.
He can't see anything. Okay, he's got to guess.
No,
So, Rob, you're allowed to ask questions.
You do.
Are you speaking to David Hay?
That's a great first question.
Hello, David Hay, the boxer. How are you? Oh, you first. Fine, thank you.
Where is he? Where is he? Ask him where he is.
Oh, where are you? He's in a hotel in London.
OK.
So, what's your favourite thing about being a boxer? He likes to hurt people.
He likes to hurt people.
So Rob's going to ask you another question.
Another
Now
question.
he's thinking of something
Who
to
did
ask.
he beat to win the world heavyweight title?
You just Google on you. Tell me what the question is. Who did you beat
To be the heavyweight champion of the world.
to be the heavyweight champion of the world? Oh, it's a nice memory, is it? OK. Right, it's a Russian guy.
Yeah.
We know that much. Do you know it?
Sarah,
The biggest heavyweight ever in the history of boxing. So, and you beat him. Congratulations.
It's a bit odd you haven't remembered his name, David.
Well, in fairness, he has taken a lot of blows to the head.
And was it a long match?
Long match?
What did you call them, matches or games?
The fights, normally. Oh, dear.
OK.
Sarah really knows her boxing. She could be bluffing.
How tall's David? Ask how tall David is.
Ask how tall is David Hay? How tall are you? How tall are you? Definitely over 6 foot.
Definitely over 6 foot.
OK, so, Rob, I would like to know if you think David Hay is on the phone or not.
Well, I think everything Sarah said was wrong. But I think she may be bluffing me, and I think she's talking to David Hay and pretending not to know the answers. So I think David Hay's on the phone.
You think David Hay's on the phone? OK, let's see if David Hay is on the phone. Turn around to reveal.
It's David Hay!
David Hay, everyone. Heavyweight boxing champion. Some excellent acting skills, but Rob gets the point. Round of applause for both of them. And David Hay. Thank you very much, David Hay. Wave goodbye, David. What do you like the look of?
We'll pick Oti.
Okay.
Dancing picture.
All right, you've gone with Oti, OK. Most people wish their partner was a better dancer, true or false?
Ooh. True. I mean, I work on a show and we get celebrities to dance better, so I'd assume if you have to sleep with them at night.
You don't have to, but you do.
So good.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Well, I meant if you're with them or you're married to them, you prefer them to dance better.
If you're with them or if you're married to them, sometimes you get confused, don't you?
Actually, though, if you went out with a guy who wasn't a dancer, have you found that men are very intimidated by you?
As you pass a Dobley across to them.
How long have you been with your husband?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
And then before that, were you always dating dancers?
No, I never dated dancers before that.
So what was the last job the guy had?
He was an IT technician.
And did that turn you on and then turn you off again?
I don't want my wife to be a better dancer, but even if I did, I wouldn't tell her.
Yeah,
Imagine
you
that,
can't
like
tell
getting
girls.
home from work and like getting the kids to bed, doing a bit of dinner, and going, "Oh, you're such a wonderful woman and great mum, but you're dancing." You just need because it's at the moment. Just work on that, please.
Actually, I think this is going to sound sexist now, but I think women in general are much better dancers than men. And I realised it because my sister's hen do. Going to see male strippers is so different to going to see female strippers because it's hysterical. My sister accidentally headbutted one. He lay her down on the floor so that he could grind on her, and she just thought, oh no, this isn't for me, and tried to stand up, and she got him. Yeah. And also, Annie reckons that she got a pubic lice in her eye. From someone sweating and gyrating.
Yeah, but that's so Annie.
Listen,
My personal trainer used to be a stripper.
Yeah.
And he has some incredible stories from back in the day. One of which includes he got home and the next morning woke up and went, I'm a bit, I feel like there's something down there. And it was an enormous fingernail in his ball sack.
Oh! Sarah, you're missing a nail.
Are you a good dancer, Sarah?
No. I'm like conga at a wedding. Like, if there were badges, I've got that one. And even that, I'm not very good at. There's so many things to think about in terms of you don't want to lead it, too much pressure, and also you don't want to split off into a smaller conga.
Oh.
And that's what I thought about Theresa May's dancing, actually, because she did look like someone who thought she was going to be followed by a line of people all doing it together.
Oh, yeah. Metaphor for Brexit. No one's fucking joining in.
Rylan, are you a good dancer?
I always have good. Like, after a couple of drinks, like, I'll have a go, yeah.
You wish your partner was a better dancer? Russell, are you a good dancer?
Well, I did dress up once as Beyonce on television and learnt the whole of Crazy in Love. And I was single at the time, and that was the most female attention I ever had from anything I did on TV, was when I dressed as a woman and danced. I went out with this one girl, for a few times, obviously, didn't sleep with her straight away. And it's getting right to the vital moment, you know, like, and all the clothes come, and she honestly stopped and went, can you just do something for me? She said, can you do the Beyonce dance right at the vital moment? You know, when you're like in your pants and shit. Like,
did she put a ring on it?
I think it's a generational thing as well, though, as to how good a dancer you are. Like, my mum's a decent dancer because she was a punk in the 70s, so she was, like, rebellious in her youth. Like, my generation, I think unless the song tells us move by move what to do, we can't do it.
So, most people wish their partner was a better dancer. What are you going to say, true or false, Rob?
Yeah, we think yes.
You think yes, you think true? You think false? Well, I can tell you the answer is false. Only 41% of people wish their partner was a better dancer. My girlfriend dances like she makes love with other people. I have 2 left feet. I keep them in my special freezer in the basement.
I'm sorry, I just find, like, the basement thing funny.
Worst thing about gyms.
Is it gym selfies? They're the worst. You know, when people go to the gym and take a photo in the mirror of the gym, and it's always with a proper, like, dickhead pose, and it's like... It's only people who would shag their own reflection if they could take it. It's not nice.
It's always the same people as well. There's these particular breed of men. They grunt. No one should do it in public. If you can't do it quietly, do it in the garden. And then
that is my rule on sex. I'm sorry, love, but we're taking this outside.
Yeah.
Rylan, do you go to the gym a lot?
Only for, like, a latte.
I actually think the worst thing in gyms is nudity in the changing rooms.
Oh, fuck, I might go.
Last time I went to a gym, there was a woman who was using a hairdryer to dry her pubic hair. So another woman...
Oh, that's a lovely treat, though, isn't it, at home? Oh, that's a lovely treat.
Oh, not with a Dyson, it'd take your clit off.
Rylan, for the last time, you do not have a clit.
But the other woman that was there was having to use a hand dryer to do her head hair. So she was naked and bent down on all fours. It's a public place.
What do you think, worst thing?
Well, this is a bit more particular to me, but I've had to change the day I go to the gym. So I used to go at the same day at the same time, and I would go to the steam room after. But then every time I went in there was this 95-year-old bloke sitting in there, but looked like so old. And I thought, I'm going to find him dead in there at some point. It's a horrible thing to...
You're a real humanitarian, yeah.
So
I just changed the day, that's easy.
Let someone else find him.
Russell, you look as if you keep yourself in pretty good shape.
I come from the same neck of the woods as Rylan, and Essex gym is a freaking nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
It's full of... Look, men, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but I'm not sure there's that many women who actually want men that look like the men that are filling these gyms. I've spoke to these guys, I'm like, do you really, you know, are you sure that's what, you know, a woman... Yeah, it's what a woman wants, 16 stone, 3% body fat, back acne, needle holes on the thighs, tiny penis, suspicious temper. It's what a woman's looking for. Trust me.
I know. We all know that.
This happens all across it. Like, with men, it's like the biggest growing cosmetics industry is products for men, but they're tricking you to think it's manly by putting sandalwood in everything. You go, no, it's not a lotion, it smells like a shed. If you're trying to attract women, don't smell like a shed. We're scared of spiders. If you're trying to attract straight women, you want to smell like something we like, and the only thing that all straight women like is true crime podcasts. Oh. You want to make your face smell like a detailed description of another woman's brutal murder.
That is so dark and just might work. Oti, do you ever go to the gym?
Yeah, I do go to the gym. But I get annoyed when for me, it's the women that get there, do their makeup, take a selfie. They're just there for coffee.
Do you want to, maybe...
Yeah, a good friend.
Oh,
do you want to throw down?
No, I'm good. I think she could take me, so no.
Yeah. I'm just crap at all. I've got no coordination. If I lift a weight, I'll injure myself. Like, my dad could look at a shelf and put it up. Get up, slag! He had all the stuff. He was a proper... And he had me for the son skipping around with a glittery question mark over my head. Oh, Daddy. And I'm so bad, I can't do anything. Like, I'm the guy you see covered in a silver sheet at the side of the road waiting for the RAC man going, oh, my God, the tyre needs doing. I mean, I've got nothing. Nothing. I can't do... The only time I did a tricep extension at a gym, you know, the one where you go across the bench and you're doing like that?
Yeah.
I didn't know, but my balls were poked out of my shorts. And someone was filming it, and every time I extended the tricep, the balls expanded like those trolls you used to squeeze on holiday with the eyes open.
OK, so worst things about the gym. Let's get some proper answers. What do you think?
Smells like crutch.
That's what I like about it.
Oh, the money, the joining fee?
I'll give you that. That is close enough. It is paying but not going to the gym. Yes, the worst thing about the gym is paying but not going. Paying for the gym but not using the gym is a massive waste, just like the massive waste around the middle of people who pay for the gym but don't go. Most disappointing thing about being a grown-up?
Oh, there's loads of it. Radiators. Talking to your father-in-law about motorways. Yeah. Reading to my kids does my nutting.
Yeah, I'll back you on that. When Mina was little, I used to read the whole story, like Goldilocks comes in, and now I'm like, yeah, Goldilocks, bears, like wankers, the end.
What do you think, Sarah? What most annoying thing about being a grown-up?
Well, you just get fatter and older. And the thing is, you
don't
think,
have a go at me, Sarah. I mean, I'm
honestly...
trying to host a show here. It's no good for my self-esteem.
The thing is, when you're a teenager and you think you couldn't possibly hate yourself anymore, and then you just get fatter and older from there, and you keep looking back at old photos, because now they're all there on the Facebook going, I was fine. Yeah. Why was I so miserable? I'm so much fatter and older now. When will it stop? With death.
Night, everyone!
You'll find a way to... Oh, sorry.
That's right, Maisie. She needs to be stopped.
Is it that you don't use a parachute nearly as much as you thought you were going to from school?
Yeah.
Like, because if you're furiously, like, wafting a parachute when you're a grown-up, it means you're about to die. But back then, it just meant that the teacher had forgotten the lesson plan.
Yeah.
You did this at school?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you'd come into the gym and they'd go, grab a bit of the parachute.
We'll hold the parachute
and,
and just have a flap about.
Yeah. And then there was a game where one kid would get under and one kid would get on. It was called cat and mouse, and the kid on the top just had to find the kid under just by whacking bits of air until eventually it was like, got you, Neil, and Neil...
Most annoying thing about being a grown-up, what do you think, Sarah? What annoys you?
I think one of the difficult things is that by the time you've got the money to do something, you don't want to do it anymore. Like, by the time you can afford to go to V Festival, you shouldn't be there. You're too old.
Rosie, what do you think? What's the most annoying thing about being a grown-up?
Paying taxes.
What?
Yes,
It's kind of what she said. It's like once you're able to afford stuff, you get a letter in the post that says, no, half
a
of
letter in the post? I had a knock on the fucking door. Russell, what do you think?
The loss of romance as you get older. And this is when you know the romance is dead, when your partner farts in the kitchen and you think they're speaking to you. What was that? Do you love me? The only thing worse than that, and I genuinely do not understand couples that do this, have got to the point where one can sit on the toilet and have a poo. No, don't laugh. One can sit on the toilet and have a poo while one's in the bath, like in some foul shit sauna. I would fall out of love with someone if I ever saw their poo eye. Poo eye is... How was your day, darling? I've been under a lot of pressure lately! End off.
Well, thank you for sharing.
There are couples in this room that do that. People, do any of you lot do it? Have any of you?
No. Never had a shit in the bath, no.
Rylan, most disappointing thing about being a grown-up?
I think, especially as a man, it's like when you look at yourself in the mirror, like after you've got out the shower, and you start to realise that your willy is now higher than your balls. Do you know what I mean?
Your balls now longer than your dick?
My balls are lower than my penis.
I'm very lucky because I've got tiny balls.
But it's also, that's the wrong time to look, because the heat of the bath makes your testicles get further away from your body. So that's the worst time to look this. If you were colder, your balls would be closer, because they need to be a different...
No, but...
I'm all right.
So is it best to look at your balls when you're opening the fridge? Good lighting and it's cold.
OK, let's get some answers.
That realisation that there is not an X factor spot in... Like, if you just want it enough, if only you dream about it enough, it'll come true. There's no X factor spot in life. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have got that any more wrong with present company, yeah. You're not going to go on some reality TV show and make it, other than... OK, most disappointing thing about growing up. I think you almost got it with taxes.
Did I?
Almost.
Oh,
related.
Paying bills?
That's exactly the right answer. Yeah. Of course, these days, a lot of young people save on bills by getting their gas and electric from the same provider, their mum. Also on the list is going grey. I like to think of myself as a bit of a silver fox because my hair is going grey and I shriek like a banshee when I'm fucking. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are, it's a dead heat, everyone's a winner! Thanks to all our panelists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, you cannot be serious. It's Fred Serious. Stand Up Girls. It's Judy Love. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, your Nish is our command. It's Nish Kumar. Ask for questions, it's Natasha Dimitriou. And Harry Godleman, their guest team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 3 in 10 pet owners sign their animal's name in cards? It's fun in a birthday card, less appropriate in a card which reads, "Sorry for your loss, lots of love, Mr. Mittens." Snails have approximately 25,000 teeth, so a snail might be Rob's real dad. It's especially good because my teeth are so natural. Antarctica is the cleanest place on Earth. Makes sense. Poles do make excellent cleaners. And 63% of people say they'd be comfortable with a gay monarch. So it doesn't matter if it's Queen and Country or Queen and Penisy. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. With all the Brexit stuff going on, we thought we'd ask the nation the best things Europe has given us. Rob's team, what do you think are the best things Europe's given us?
I mean, food's got to be up there.
Do you like European food? What's your favourite European food?
I'm not a big fan of European food. I prefer British food.
What sort of thing?
Nando's, Cafe Rouge, Zzz's.
Proper stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, proper stuff.
European food, what do you think?
Pizzas aren't real food anyway. That's a cheese and tomato toasty. Mediterranean food is the kind of food you eat when you can't be asked to cook.
No, but that's because you can't cook.
Yeah.
That is true.
Nearly for you, you just put people in seats.
It's a good place got you there.
I mean, it's true, it's a fair point. I'm not a good cook.
Are you not a good cook?
Tapas I don't understand, because that's not enough. Is that Spanish for not enough?
We haven't made enough of that. Have some of that.
No, we'll need more. We're going to need more. And when, like, in this country, we celebrate big portions, don't we?
Yes.
Not tiny portions. Like, we were like, people boast about going somewhere where you could, all you could eat.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. So tapas doesn't work.
You've not had Greek food, have you?
I have had Greek food.
Well, that's like if you come to my house on my dad's Greek.
There are loads.
Oh, there's a pig. There's a pig and a goat and a whole farm. It's not a spit.
Little.
Like old MacDonald,
Yeah.
just with a line through it. Listen, Jimmy, just between you and me, right? I've said some real bad stuff about Brexit because I think it's a really bad idea. And I'm a bit worried now that it's happening, they're going to deport me. So, I basically need to roll some of that back. Leave means leave. I hate all European food. I just want to eat sausage and mash and fish and chips, and I just want it to get all bunged up in my bowels, and I just want to feel blockages because there should be no freedom of movement, whether it's goods and people across the border or feces coming out of my anus.
Can we just take a moment there to enjoy the punchline? Feces coming out of my anus. Do you eat any European foods, Judy? What's your favourite?
Okay, so I like pizza, I like Italians.
Where do you stand on a calzone?
On the cows only?
A calzone, a folded pizza.
Oh, everything on me is folded, so I really ain't got no complaints. They say Mediterranean food is like some of the most healthiest. They say that they live the longest.
Yeah, they reckon in Italy, north of Italy, they've got the longest life expectancy in the world. 100 years they live to.
It's too long, isn't it?
That's a lot.
I'd rather have KFC and tap out at 75.
That's a lot of council tax.
I don't think... You never hear that, though, when Jamie Oliver's banging on about eat some more olive oil, live to 100. 80 to 100, those are 20 boring years.
Oh, yeah.
No one ever goes, oh, my God, I've had a blinding 85th birthday.
No, not unless you're Jamaican. My dad's about 85, and I swear that...
About 85, we don't know.
Who knows? Who's my dad? And he has a lovely time. He has a lovely time. I've got a 2-year-old sister.
Kerry, what do you think?
No disrespect, but too many cheeses in France.
What do you think?
We've got cheddar, we've got the orange one. Dairy Lee, cheese strings.
Laughing cow. The one with the cow, yeah.
Quavers.
Quavers.
We don't need all the other ones.
Brexit means Brexit.
Also, there's too much option with European, like all the pasta shapes. Like, I argue with my kids about pasta shapes, and they're like, oh, we don't like bows, we only like shells. I'm like, you don't give a shit about shape when it's chocolate. And they always... they don't have the cock and balls pasta shapes at Superpowers. What's that one called?
Is that for hen do?
I don't think that's an Italian tradition, Kerry.
There is!
Testicalia.
You can get that.
My dad was a chef, and there was a time where he was a really good cook, but then something happened, I think laziness, and the stuff he cooks now, me and my brother call it, like, filthy delicious. This is not a lie. The other day, we were like, what are you going to have for dinner, Dad? And he was like, I'm going to treat myself, get something a little bit special, just something ready-made. I'm going to get a quiche and have some chippies with it. He accidentally mistook a quiche for a chocolate tart. So he cooked a Sara Lee chocolate tart with chips and was like that. Something's wrong. The egg is very bad in this quiche.
So, OK, well, I'm starting to understand why the Greek economy is ruined. Now, we all like pizza, right? We all like pizza. There's some unusual ways of eating it. Take a look at this.
I'm glad he turned around. I thought he was just going straight through the back of his head. Passing it through.
Could you do that?
Could I do that?
I could do that.
Right, excellent.
Oh, no, hang on.
I've got pizzas.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and over. Lovely.
Oh, my God.
That's massive!
I don't like... hang on.
Oh, my...
Is this like a proper Italian...
I think someone's left it in the garden, Jim.
You're taking the veg off. Oh, you are so South London.
If it was any good, they would have chopped it up and put it in the sauce. So what have I got to try and do this in
You've
one
got to
go?
try and get that in one. Right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I think you can do it. Incredible.
It's like watching a cow birth in reverse.
I could do extra work on Emmerdale. You can't afford a real cow. Come here, give me the pizza.
Your wife is so lucky, Rob.
My eyes started watering. I had a newfound respect for certain activities.
With British food, like, there's a restaurant in Paris, isn't there, where it's British cuisine?
That's right. And lots of Italians, Greek, French, restaurants.
It's such a lovely accent. You just do anything for
Could
him.
you say aubergine?
Anything.
Aubergine.
Oh, for God's sake.
Can you say, I regret to tell you that we're going to have to put your dog down?
Je suis désolé de vous dire, mais on va devoir tuer votre chien.
Do it! Put it down!
Do you know what?
Take it.
Throw it in the canal. Gorgeous.
I'm going to get a dog so you can put it down.
Sorry, throw it in the canal. What vets are you using, Jimmy?
The one next to the canal. Right, let's see if food is up there. Yes, it's European food. European food is incredibly varied, whether you want to have the shits, the squits, the squirts, or the skitters. There's something for everyone. In the 1950s, you could only find olive oil in the chemists, so I guess our nanas were using olive oil as lube. Different types of food are popular in different parts of the country. For example, Brummies love a curry, Geordies enjoy a Chinese, whilst the most popular food in Liverpool is prison. OK, let's test how well you know your European delicacies. Rob, Judy, let's go and play the European Food Challenge. Oh, OK. Come on. Right, OK. Here we go. OK, it's the cat's taste test, so blindfolds on.
It's like one of your dinner parties, Jim. Blindfolds on. It's his house, we do what he says.
You've seen Eyes Wide Shut?
No, just that the last time I put blindfolds on and put something in my mouth, I got pregnant. So I'm just...
OK, Rob, you are first. You've got to tell me what this is and what country it's from, OK?
You putting it in?
Yep.
It feels like, hang on.
Open wide, open wide. No, you're
I thought I
fine.
had another 10 years till the jungle. Oh.
That's...
Oh, I thought you gave me a lot then. It's like a German sausage, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, Frankfurter from Germany, yes.
Oh.
OK. Judy, you're up next. All right, just open wide. Take a bite.
It's a bit cheesy. I wonder if this is what Fred tastes like.
OK. Judy, what do you think? What is that?
Some kind of cheese.
Some kind of cheese. From where?
From... What's his called place?
France?
Yeah.
France. You needed a clue for France?
Yeah.
OK, that's French époisse. OK, so this one.
Is it me?
You ready? Yeah, OK, hang on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't get through these. What is this? It tastes like flesh. Some sort of...
I don't like people with weird laughs.
It feels like raw bacon.
Oh, I'll give you that. It's Romanian sallow cured back fat. There you go. OK, Judy, open your mouth. OK, wide. OK, I'll do a little spoon. There you go.
Oh, my God, it's not bad.
What do you think, Judy? Well, you turned on a sixpence there, didn't you?
Is there any more? I just need to taste it again.
Yeah, there is. OK.
What is it? You like it, though, don't you, Jude?
I'll taste it. Could you tell from the way I was clapping my lips?
Yeah. You are not letting any flavour escape them lips, are you?
All this waste!
OK, what do you
I think it's like pickled cabbage or something.
Yes, I'll give you that. It's sauerkraut. OK, Rob, you got the most right. A big round of applause for Rob and Judy. Right. OK. Carrie, what do you think? What else have the Europeans given us?
They've given us art and things like that. Culture. Culture. They gave us culture.
From the Greeks to the Italians to the French.
Yeah, and we don't need it anymore after Brexit. We've got the British Museum that's full of stuff that was stolen by British people.
My dad cried when he went to the British Museum.
Why? Because he saw all his stuff.
So let's get other elements of European
Come on,
culture.
move on, move on.
Art. Loads of paintings. Dali, Picasso, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Well, we wouldn't have the scream emoji if it wasn't.
Mona Lisa.
Right. I wouldn't bother queuing 5 hours to see the Mona
No.
Lisa. Apparently, it used to hang on the wall of Napoleon's bedroom, didn't it? Because he used
Yeah.
to sort of revel in her beauty, which is code for wank too.
Revel in her beauty is a lovely expression, though. I was on YouPorn last night, revelling in some of the ladies' beauty.
I always get a bit frustrated by the statues of normally naked men. It's great, but they always get the knob wrong.
Have you ever seen a European willy, though? Because my memory of my dad's willy from growing up, honestly... I just realised what that sounded like.
Your dad's knob, paint us a picture.
And then he's like, he's very hairy because he's Mediterranean, so it's like a lovely, thick, sort of black hair around it, but a bit sort of crispy, so it's like old hair.
Yeah.
Does it look a bit like, like a mini egg in a cornflake cupcake?
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Rob.
So would you say the statues are actually quite complimentary?
Yes, honestly. Whenever there's a willy missing, because I think a lot of the willies have gone on those statues, haven't they?
Hindus.
OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, European culture. 6 million visitors see the Mona Lisa in Paris every year. If I want to see a miserable woman looking disappointed, I could just stay home and have sex. What do you think, Rob?
I think it might be fashion.
Fashion?
You're a pretty well-dressed guy.
Yeah, fashion.
Always, French and Italians always are very smart, don't they?
All the fashion houses, they're all European, aren't they? So it's Paris Fashion Week,
Yeah.
Milan, it's big on fashion.
Croydon Fashion Week.
Croydon Fashion Week.
But why is it that they're all the most amazing? Because I agree, obviously amazing fashion houses in Europe, but then I feel like European fashion on the whole is very like a lovely tight bootcut jean, little tight tank top on a man.
Yeah. People are very dismissive of the catwalk. They just, these models, they make a fortune just walking up and down. But it's not always easy. Have a look. This is a joy. It's OK, she's got it. Don't worry about that.
Don't drop the watering can.
And she's
off.
Almost. It looks easy.
The thing is, you don't need to see that on a fashion catwalk. You can see that any Saturday night in any market town in this country.
Well, I can tell you that fashion is not one of the top 3 things, but my top fashion tip, horizontal stripes can make you look fat, especially if they're the stripes in Viennetta, lasagna and Victoria sponge. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else has Europe given us?
Eurovision.
Yes.
Eurovision, of course.
Basically, Eurovision like, can go, can't it? Like, that should go. If we've only got 12 years left on the planet, I think we can bin all of Eurovision.
Hang on, this
It's
is what a terrible way to hear. We've got 12 years left.
We only enjoy it ironically. No one's enjoying it sincerely, are they?
Is it
So it's
why we
one big
voted Leave then? Because of the Eurovision?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, because it's all shit.
Natasha, are you a fan of Eurovision?
I absolutely love it. My favourite about Eurovision, though, is, you know, when they're at the end, where they cut to all the different countries in their booths with flags, and you just know it stinks of farts and cheese and onion crisps.
I like it when they do the scores and you basically get to see every country's Stephen Mulhern. He turns up like, hello, guys! He's away from Lisbon and it's 9 points! And they've built up their little moments so big.
Well, if you...
Nish, have you ever watched it?
No. It's about 17 hours long.
Why are you all so miserable?
Listen, if I want to see someone singing badly, I'll just go down to the Milan bar in East Croydon.
Well, I can tell you that Eurovision is not in our top 3. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Could it be package holidays, going to Europe for holidays?
Have you been on a package holiday?
Have I been on a package holiday, mate? The worst bit for me on a package holiday was when you're on the coach. Basically, you have to play hotel bingo. Right, there's two... well, one is sometimes you don't even know what hotel you're going to. Back in the day, you didn't. You just got recommended ones. So you pull up outside and going, oh, please, no. And then they announce it, you go, oh, yeah, these losers are going, yes! And the worst one is always one dickhead on the coach, and he just like, oh, please don't be on mine, please don't be on mine. Because the worst is holiday friends.
Oh.
And then when someone wants to be your mate, and then you say, oh, leave me, I've got mates at home I don't like, I don't need another pair.
I only went on my first all-inclusive quite recently. I've always been a bit snobby about an all-inclusive. No disrespect, Rob.
Oh.
Right. But now I've been on one because you get a wristband and it gives you power. Like you can, yes. When you've got a wristband, you can
punch me.
Yes. You can have everything. Yeah. So within a day, I was like under the ice cream, giving the kids cocktails. I was mainlining fizzy wine. Get a wristband.
You can't commit a crime either just so it gets hidden away. It's all
Definitely.
that
I'm on
happens
a
at the
gold
result.
band. I can do what I want.
What's gold band?
You know, like when you get invited to a wedding, but you've only been invited to the disco. That's blue band.
Right.
But if you've been invited to the whole shindig, gold band, mate. You can do what you like.
Eat what you want.
I've been to a lot of Indian weddings, and so if you get invited to the whole day, that's normal. And if you get invited to just the evening, that means that you're white.
Also, booking a holiday is a nightmare, booking a foreign holiday, because when you have to book it on the website and then it's stressful, because you have those pop-ups that go, 17 other people are looking at this holiday now, 3 of them have just booked this holiday, and you're like, I've got 2 kids, I'm just going to leave one! It's a nightmare. When we leave the EU, does that mean that holidays are going to be more of a challenge, like going abroad? So we're going to have more British holidays?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's packing for a British holiday that's a massive pain, isn't it? Because you need to pack for every season. So you've got to put a gagool in, flip-flops, snow boots, visor, factor 50, galoshes.
The only good thing about, like, if package holidays become a thing of the past is we'll avoid the sunbed thing, having to get the right sunbed. That could be a nightmare. Take a look at this footage.
Here he goes, and they're on the started orders. He's going to clap, and the whole swarm of them, they're off. Look at that. How mad this is, just like ants. I've never seen anything like it. We're all watching it because we're all horrified that we've had to do this every day on holiday, Lella. This has ruined my holiday.
The problem is, with package holidays, there's always a geezer that's been there a bit longer than you. And they corner you going, what you want to do is you can go to that bit of the beach, get an ice cream from that place there, dinner, get there at 8:15. That's when it's fresh. It's been restocked. You get there at 6, it's fresh, but who eats at 6? The Spanish eat at 10, the mad bastards. And I'm like, mate, you literally got it 12 hours before me.
But you know what? What's funny, I think, for us as British, when we go to other countries, the first thing, the priority for us is to find out which restaurant and cafe does British food. That's what it is. Not where the hospitals are, do you know what I mean? Not what my room
Who
looks like.
arrives on holiday and goes, right, where are the hospitals? OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's package holidays. Resorts like Magaluf have become a mixture of different cultures. For instance, the most popular breakfast is a croissant washed down with a pint of Zambuca and the morning after pill. Other things Europe has given us. IKEA. I went to IKEA once, never again. I found it very stressful. You know those display toilets don't flush? I love IKEA. It's great for people who want to have a massive, bitter row with their family but can't be bothered to wait until Christmas. And the Olympics. The Greeks invented the Olympics and anal sex. I just can't be bothered with the Olympics.
Oh, I quite like the look of old Freddie.
So, Fred, you present First Date, so we asked our studio audience, would you go on a blind date?
I've never been on a blind date, but I did take my mum to Nando's after she had a detached retina operation.
Judy?
I would go on a blind date.
Have you been on a blind date?
I've been on a blind date before. His name was Adam, but when I turned up, he looked like Amanda. And I had a lucky escape because I just walked away because, obviously, he was expecting someone called Lindsay with blonde hair.
It's quite nice because there's no investment, isn't it? Like, you don't know the person. If you don't like them, you're never going to see them again. So you can just go, right, you're not a keeper, so don't speak because I want to enjoy my dinner. It's rare I get a night away from my husband. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my dinner. And you don't have to... you know when you're, like, younger and you go, oh, don't eat that food on a date and don't eat that food on a date because you won't... But as you get older, you let all that go. Like, I'll just put on a feed bag and just like... shush, I'm on a blind.
You've got to be really careful with that mime, I think, when we're talking about dating. Nish, have you ever been on a blind date?
Yeah, with actually a girl who did something very similar.
Don't speak.
No, I've never been on a blind date, and I think if I went on one now, my girlfriend would be semi-furious. But I don't really see, like, it seems like quite an exciting thing. But do people go on blind dates anymore? I thought everybody was just...
Yeah, but that's like a blind date, really, online, because they don't look nothing like what they look like on the picture.
Especially if they tell you a blonde and called Lindsay.
Natasha?
I've never been on a date. I've been on one date and I was 20, I think I was like 23, and I was so nervous that I said I was 17. And he was... and he
Were you going on a date with R. Kelly?
No, but he was...
Have you been on Tinder? Have you ever been on Tinder?
I have, but the only thing I did on it was have, like, really disgusting, sexy conversations with really, really weird men.
How was it weird?
We're just being like, I'm a little mouse and I want some butter.
OK, I'm made of questions right now. You're a little mouse and you want some butter. Any other
just
examples?
So many weird... I'm really
Okay.
weird, just like, do you want to come and nibble on my bread tits? Are you a little rat like me? Squeak, squeak. And, you know, it was very, like, rodent-based. And then you just realise you're on your own on a Sunday afternoon in bed being like... This one man was like, I'm going to come, where are you? And I said, where are you? And he said, Tesco's.
Cilla Black must be turning in her flipping grave.
Fred, is there any hope for Natasha?
I don't know, actually.
And he believes in, like, love.
The world is very big.
Like my panties, but listen...
You're currently in a relationship, yes?
Yes.
And what was your first date like?
It was great.
Where did you go?
We went to a local place in Peckham, and, yeah, we had a good time.
Was that you found your partner over here?
Yeah.
Are you going to say you could have been a contender now?
Of course!
How would you... If Fred was single, OK, what would you do now to sort of... What would be your approach?
You know something, Freddie? Me have the jerk sauce. And it hot.
I like it medium.
I met my husband through a blind date.
Really?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't on the blind date with him. I went on a blind date because I'd been single for quite a long time, so I'd gone a bit feral. And someone set me up on a blind date, and I went on the blind date, and it was shit. But he introduced me to my now husband.
Oh.
I do think it's a nice idea in it, blind date. You might find romance through that person.
Yeah, see it as an opportunity to network.
Yes, it's networking, absolutely.
Nish, have you dating history once?
Oh, you know, Jimmy, I have kissed my fair share of women. Brackets 3. I was Mr. French at university, French kissing. No, I mean, listen, it's a miracle that I ever managed to sexualise any lady.
Well, I mean, when you speak like that, you really feel
It's
like...
the Ted Bundy confession tape.
OK, so we asked our studio audience, would you ever go on a blind date? What do you think?
Yes. These people, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, the answer is yes. 56% of our studio audience
There you
would go on a
go.
blind date. On the 90s TV show Blind Date, you chose a person based on the sound of their voice. Silly, really. Now we have Naked Attraction, where you just pick your favourite cock and balls. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Rob's team, 2 points for Carrie's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Top superpower people wish they had. What do you think?
I wish I was invisible.
What would you do if you were invisible?
Go to Fred's house.
And what would you do?
I don't even want to say.
If you'd like to hear the end of this, it'll be on some sort of fan fiction website. OK, top superpower, what do you think?
I'd like to suddenly be white. Sometimes you go to parts of the country and everyone's looking at you and you just like to be able to press a button and be like, "Hi, Nick Cooper." I work in accounts and wear red socks. Let's play bridge.
I went out with him.
What about, like, if you could have boiling water coming out the end of a digit to make a cup of tea?
It's more convenience power.
Yes.
And then everyone would be like, give it through the water. For God's sake, all right.
Yeah, but it'd be true if you were invisible. People would be like, go on, do
No, but
this.
you don't tell anyone.
You don't know.
You don't tell anyone you're invisible.
What's the point of having a superpower?
You'd like to be invisible as
I'd
well.
love to be invisible, but I wouldn't do anything. I'll just lay on my sofa at home and be left alone.
You wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I'd just lay there and not be told to do anything like that.
Oh, I can imagine the thing you would do. You'd go around.
Go where?
Go around in this audience.
Doing what?
You'd be doing stuff.
I know what you mean, Fred. Really, the question is, if I was invisible, what is the second thing I would do? They think the ladies' changing rooms were haunted.
You did do that, right? Like, which is obviously very creepy, but when you're invisible, you can still bump into people. After a while, they'll be like, something's wrong in that changing room. I keep falling over.
And just every so often we hear,
Natasha, what superpower would you have?
If I could work out some sort of superpower where I didn't have to go to the toilet anymore, I could just, like, ingest it somehow without it poisoning me. I just need it all the time. I'm a toilet woman. Like, I honestly... I wake up in the morning sometimes and I think, today isn't about what I have to do, it's where my piss wants to go.
That's called a urine infection, babes.
My dad, I was at home for Christmas and I came on my period, and my mum was like, can you go out and get, when you go to the shops, can you get some Sancho stash? And he bought me back Tenner Lady. Because he just saw them. But honestly, the best thing I've ever been given.
The best gift you've ever received.
So he bought them by mistake and you just leant into it and went, well, I'll use
Well,
these.
it's just like, you can't fully let go because it's too scary, but you can a little bit.
You didn't just
you
let it all
fully,
hang out.
But when it's like, oh, I'll just let that out and then I'll have some time before I have to run.
There is a fine line between just a little bit and
I haven't got
self-loathing.
anyone. I'm not in a relationship. I do what I bloody want.
I think I wouldn't give up my power to use... I do a lot of my best thinking on the toilet. I have sit-down wheeze. I don't mind admitting to it. It's really...
You have
Oh, come on.
Did you hear that? They were more... They judged you more than Natasha.
Whoa. Let's press pause on all this. What do you mean you have sit-down wheeze?
Sometimes I have a sit-down wee. I treat myself to a sit-down... Because
You
because
treat
I'm not an
yourself.
animal. Treat myself to a sit-down wee. Why should ladies have all the
No,
fun?
I do that too. That's right, because you don't have to concentrate.
Exactly.
You just sit down and you relax, and that's it.
To be fair, it is hard having a wee, because, like, I don't know, like... I don't get into the mechanics of it. The first thing in the morning, try and have a piss. It's a night. It goes everywhere.
You have to aim.
It's like the mouth of your dick's yawning.
Yeah, and sometimes he goes like that. He goes like that.
I can't do that. I think that's a French thing. sometimes on a night out, you know when there's like 15 in a row, I will try and piss in all of them. But hold it and go.
Has someone ever walked in as you're doing a weird crab walk across?
Yeah, but you've just got to own it. You go, mind out, mate, I'm doing the full set.
So it's all right for you, men, because you can stand up. Sometimes us women have to stand up and piss.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Is that when you really like a guy and he's into weird stuff?
Well, you're not going to go into any toilet and sit down on a toilet. You've got to crouch. Women, are you not behind me with this?
Have you ever used a shiwi?
Yeah, I was going to say, I've used a shiwi. It was the most liberating experience of my
A
whole...
shiwi?
A shiwi, it's like a little cardboard cup that you use to cup yourself, but I did it at like a festival where they were giving it out for free.
Yeah. Right.
And it was carnage. Like, it was just loads of girls stood up with their trousers down, holding the cardboard, just pissing. Being like, what? Because, you know...
Where's this place?
One year I was at Glastonbury and, like, they have urinals on the walls of the festival, so when you're on the sort of outskirts, you can just piss up against the wall and it's fine. And I was just peeing, and I just looked to my left, and there was a woman just squatting next to me, having a piss, and I just looked around, and she just looked at me and went, "What?" And I went...
Well, I don't know if anyone remembers, quite a long time ago, we were talking about the top superpower. Quite some time ago. OK, let's get some answers on this. Top superpower.
Is it invisibility?
Absolutely right. Yes, the top superpower people wish they had is invisibility. I know plenty of invisible people, or, as Hollywood calls them, women over 40.
Speak for yourself.
Who said that? Here's your question. Worst way to spend a Saturday night?
Is it getting a lift home from Ant after Saturday night takeaway?
Come on, you know we love him. You know we love him.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Don't you dare, actually. I don't like that. That man has given us so many years of his life. He has entertained me more than so many people.
There's a young woman that doesn't go out on a Saturday night.
It's exhausting going out.
If you were going out with your other half, where would you go? What's your go-to Saturday night date night?
Well, you don't have to go out anymore, do you? Because you've got, like, Netflix and you've got Deliveroo, which is like Meals on Wheels, and I can just sit on a commode. I don't need to go anywhere.
The most depressing thing there is not I can sit on a commode, but Deliveroo is like Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
It's such a... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've got the internet. I don't need to go out, and you can get messy on a night in. You don't need to go out. You can get...
Be really careful. Your drinking mime as well needs a little bit of work.
Is the worst way to spend a Saturday night watching your soon-to-be ex-wife perform on Strictly?
Oh, it must be, yeah. Oh. That is so dark and true, but yeah. I always think that must be the worst conversation when
Please
someone...
be Van Ton Dubeck. Please be Van Ton Dubeck. Not one of the massive fit ones.
I've had a couple of friends say, "Oh, my wife's going on Strictly."
And you're like...
Oh, right. Fucking hell.
I think the worst way to spend a Saturday night is to look at your reflection in the mirror and wonder which part of you should shave first.
Yes, Judy. Finally, some relatable content for me.
Ethnics.
And Natasha, worst Saturday night?
Is tonight a Saturday? No.
So, Nish, what was the worst Saturday night you've ever had?
Oh, I mean, let's be real. I grew up in Croydon, so, I mean, you guys have got no idea. Until you've stood at the bus stop outside the Tiger and watched a man be so drunk in the street that he vomits into a box of chips and then carries on eating them.
It was my stag do.
Oh.
Rob, I've seen someone get fingered in a kebab shop.
It was my hen do.
Do you know what? Rob? Don't call it their kebab shop.
When I was growing up, the worst was when my mum used to have an Ann Summers party. And they're downstairs cackling, and you're upstairs just hiding, trying to not hear. And all of a sudden, what you hear is a. But the only saving grace was when you find the order book, and then you could go to school on Monday and you knew whose mum had a dildo. That was the most powerful document in the school.
Surely they all must have got a dildo.
Not all of them. Karen just went for mainly lingerie.
Oh, did she? Fucking come on, Karen, push the boat out. Get the Adonis.
The Adonis?
The Adonis is when they bring out the big guns.
All right.
OK, so, worst way to spend a Saturday night?
Drowning. That'd be pretty bad.
I mean, it's not what I've got on the card, but it's a very good answer, Rob, yeah.
Worst way to spend a Saturday, is it... I don't know, what is it? What's it? Working?
It's exactly the right answer.
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yes, the worst way to spend a Saturday night is at work. Saturday night is when a lot of people make most of their money. For example, on Saturday nights, your mum can charge double for a gob job. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Kerry, Natasha and Nish have 2 points, Rob, Judy and Fred have 5 points. They're tonight's winners! Thanks to all of our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.